Live A Live is a combination of turn-based and tactic-style combat, and is the latest in Square Enix's HD 2D remasters. In this video, I'm going to go over some tips to help you best understand this untraditional take on the classic RPGs. You want to stick around to the end because the final tip explains why there aren't any revive items in this game. As mentioned before, the combat is very different from traditional types of JRPG combat. This game combines turn-based combat with the tactical grid-style combat known in Final Fantasy Tactics. When your ATB gauge fills up, you or the enemy will be able to perform an action. Some moves require time to prep, and others happen instantaneously. As with most games with an ATB gauge, your best bet is to try and take out those who are closest to filling their ATB gauge, or those with the lowest HP. There are 7 scenarios, each seemingly lasting around 2 to 3 hours. Some scenarios will have lots of battling and some will have little to no battles taking place at all. But after finishing all 7 scenarios, there will be a final chapter to complete. This game is very story driven, and it wants you to focus on a story. But don't let your guard down, because some of the battles can be an obstacle if you aren't ready for them. Beware of your location and the enemy's locations when in battle. An area that is red is where an enemy can attack, so if you use your turn to move to a red square, and there are enemies that can attack you, they will all out attack the red square you are in. So be aware of your surroundings when making decisions on whether to attack or do something else. Like many other tactical RPGs, you want to make sure your party isn't grouped together in one area. Doing this will make it much easier for enemies to attack you and wipe you all out at one time. Spread out far enough to prevent that, but close enough to heal any party member that needs help. Also, by spreading out, you will be able to attack enemies from multiple angles and deal with them much more quickly. If you've enjoyed learning these tips so far, please consider subscribing to my channel for more helpful guides and insights into the world of RPGs. If you've played Octopath Traveler, this tip is something that you should be familiar with, but the minimap is marked with diamonds, and the orange diamonds and flags are where your next objective is. The gray diamonds are areas you haven't visited yet, and the blue diamonds indicate locations you have been to before. I know as an avid RPG player, I probably don't need to mention this, but I will on the off chance that I need to. Always explore areas you haven't been to before. There could be important items, or even just dialogue that you could have missed. Each of the 7 scenarios are unique, so I won't go over each one in this video, but I will give you 2 examples on how scenarios can play out. The Wild West is a very quick story where you will be making traps to stop enemies from approaching the town, while the Prehistoric scenario has a crafting system where you can craft armor and items. This should go without saying, but save often. In this game, there are no save points. Instead, you are able to save anywhere at any time. A little tip is to always save before you enter an orange marker. This is because there could be a boss or just a difficult battle that you weren't expecting. And if you are defeated, you will be left to load at your last save. One thing that sets Live A Live apart from the other RPGs is the absence of revive items. There are no items that can bring a defeated ally back to life. Instead, you'll need to use healing spells or items to revive them. However, as mentioned earlier, if an incapacitated ally is hit again once they are down, they will be taken out of the battle completely and unable to receive any XP for the encounter. So it's important to keep your party members alive and avoid being hit while they are incapacitated. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found these tips useful before embarking on your Live A Live journey. If you want to stay up to date with the latest guides and insights into RPGs, particularly those from Square Enix, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I appreciate your support, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Till then, peace.